What's going on, guys and gals? This is Autotech. So it's been, it's been pretty close to a year since the whole YouTube Adpocalypse thing and the, the sponsors pulling out, everybody freaking out. So that's not new news in the slightest. So that's not what I'm going to be talking about today, because I had my little opinion on that, which, yeah, whatever. But anyways, moving on. So the YouTube game has changed for sure. No doubt about that. If you choose to swear in your videos and stuff, I mean, you start to get demonetized, like as soon as you hit that upload button. You had guys like Cycle Cruza that were testing it out, where they would upload a video without even having any talking, and then suddenly he was getting demonetized and stuff like that. So it's almost like once you head down that road, there's kind of no going back from it. Like you just kind of get lumped into like a, I don't know, like a bad word or inappropriate for viewers category, I guess you could call it. So now, I know I don't have the subscriber count to show it, I don't get the views on the videos to show it, but I've actually been doing the YouTube thing for, a couple of years now. Like if you go back into my like video history and stuff like that, like I think I got started in like 2016 or something like that, like April of 2016. And I mean, I've got well over 100 videos. Like most of them suck, but that's just kind of the way that goes. But what I kind of wanted to talk about today is like for those of you that have been around since the beginning, you know full well that my old stuff was it was pretty vulgar. Like I definitely did not filter my language in the slightest. I didn't hold anything back. I said whatever was on my mind. And yeah, I definitely like swore a little excessive for, I don't know, I guess it was just kind of in the video, I was just using bad words to emphasize points and stuff like that. And for a while it was like whatever. Like, when I got started, I really didn't think that the YouTube thing would go anywhere. It was more so just a way of like proving all the places that I'd ridden, showing family like different sites, like friends, that sort of thing. But then, like I started to get a little bit of traction, and like there's actually people that like watch on a regular basis and stuff like that. So it's like I'd like to think that this channel could grow into something more. And that kind of brings me to the topic of today, because now, it was sometime, like I want to say like April or May of last year, I decided to really clean up the channel, and I explained like why I swore so much and stuff like that, and how sometimes I didn't realize it either, because I would go out for a ride and I would film in like 30-second segments, or up to a minute depending on where I ended like said paragraph or point or whatever. So in that time frame I would say like 4 swears, and then I would just kind of be riding along thinking about it, and so like 5 minutes would go by, and then I'd record a little bit more, and so then there's another 4 swears. But then the problem with what happened was I would get home and I would edit up all the video, and now this like 3 minutes of video ends up having like 64 swears, even though over the course of an hour-long ride I only said 64 swears. So that's like 1.01 per minute. So like that's not bad at all. Back to my original topic though, I kind of got a little bit off track there with a history lesson. I've been thinking, should I delete those old videos? Like I don't get very many comments on them anymore because they're just so far down in the line. But every once in a while I get these, people that are like, holy language, or the one that always throws me off is the ones that are like, oh man, you're such a tough guy, swearing like that all the time. And it's like, all right, well, that's kind of weird. Like I didn't think somebody swearing was, emulating a tough guy by any means, but whatever. So as we are creeping closer to that 1,000 subscriber mark, I'm kind of thinking like before I submit again to have the channel monetized again, maybe I should clean up and remove all those old videos that were, really not the new YouTube friendly. Just kind of something I had been thinking about. I remember Octane Moto, who is now And Stuff,
he said one of the worst things he did for his channel was to remove videos, and that didn't quite make sense to me, because like I don't fully understand the algorithm of how YouTube works and what they've got going on there. But he said, because he had like 1,000 subscribers, and he said as soon as he removed a bunch of his videos, his view count and like his videos getting shown dropped to like 0. So it was like YouTube got mad at him almost for removing videos and punished him in a sense or whatever. So I'm wondering, for you guys that you know had like badder older videos and stuff like that, like have you thought about taking them down? You know, if your channel is just kind of like whatever and you don't really care about it, don't want to take it anywhere, then that, you know, that makes sense that you would just leave them and don't care. But like if you have plans to continue the channel and try and grow it into something, is deleting the like the poor choice videos, like the vulgar language ones, a viable option? You know, I've taken a look at like the YouTube contact information and stuff like that, and there's nowhere to like email them and get like their advice or whatever. And I know if I was to just email their like contact us, I'd probably get some like generic response, some copy and paste thing. So I had just been thinking about that. I've been thinking about it for a while. I remember when I was visiting Filthy French Fry over the winter, and we were sitting there. I had mentioned like maybe I should clean her up a bit, and you know, he wasn't too sure about the consequences or whatnot either. So it's just something to think about. So I'm not going to drag this one out too much longer than it's already been drug out. I just wanted to update you guys on something I'd been thinking about doing to hopefully better the channel, because like, I don't know, maybe I need to make like an ultimate goal for this channel video. I mean, just to sum it up in a shorter way, I mean, I would like to grow this into something and you know, offer better how-to videos, and like I enjoy doing the trip videos and showing you guys what's up, and I enjoyed the community. You know, you start to make friends over, you know, over even just commenting. Like, I mean, you start watching each other's videos, you start commenting on stuff, and it's like, you know, you'd like to meet up with them at some point and go for a ride. And YouTube kind of made that happen. So I would definitely like to stick around. Yeah, once again, you know, why don't you guys just let me know what you think would be the best option? You know, clean her up, or just let her go, or yeah, if you got a third option, I'd definitely like to hear it. So if you're new to this, make sure you go on and hit that subscribe button. And if you've been sticking around for a while, thanks for taking the time and watching.